Hello everyone, Atou here.
And Tsuyoi.
And we're back. A Gundam tale. So anyway, Tsuyoi, you were talking about the Mojave Desert.
The Great Mojave.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, noble place it is. We was talking about, apparently, like, something about... My granddad said something about how cowboys used to ride out there all the time back in the day. And that, they used to ride perfectly fine without air conditioning in cars, but, you know, they had their way of doing it. Which basically is like, oh, you go from oasis to oasis and hope you don't die. It's like, as long as you go between each and every single one, it's just enough distance that you should be fine to make it. And, you know, of course there were trees out there next to the water. Like I said, some a-holes are just, were just bad enough to poison the damn oasis. Just to, you know, hurt other people. And steal their horse once it was left unattended. Repair all. But you said you had stuff too, right?
A bit of stuff, but, is that all?
Yeah, pretty much. Because, like, I wanted to go to California for reasons. I didn't really want to go to Bakersfield. No offense to Bakersfield. I was more wanting to go where my cousin was, like Los Angeles or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's exactly where he is, but over there. Also, basically I wanted to try the food and stuff. Like, a lot of places I want to go in America, I wanted to go to try the food. Like, yeah, just Mississippi is, like, you know, over to our right. Or, hell, Louisiana's right to our right. And their food's completely different. Well, it has a bit of the similarities, but, you know, it's different, right? Cajun food. Like gumbo and frogs. And...
Well, I bet you can find that food around here. Just gotta look for it.
Yeah, you gotta look a little harder.
Maybe. I don't know, you ever tried, like, Googling that kind of stuff to see if there's any restaurants or anything nearby that serves that stuff?
Eh, haven't.
Because, like, I would imagine that, like, they would advertise that, because it'd be one of their selling points. Like, hey, look, here we are in this location, look what we sell. So you don't have to go all the way out over there to get it.
Where is it? Is there nothing in here?
Oh, really? Straight up nothing in there? Well, I suppose you're gonna run into those dead rooms every now and then.
Except for these assholes.
So, you know, just saying, you know, take a look around your environment before you just presume nothing's there.
Okay, but you saw it, right? You saw there was nothing there, right?
Oh, because I haven't looked up, like, if there's any Cajun food or anything nearby.
Oh, I thought you meant in here.
Oh! Yeah, like, I saw, like, nothing in the back, nothing near, like, where the camera would try to trick you if there's nothing there. So, yeah, it seems good enough to just, like, leave this room if you want to. Right, but anyways, now you wish for me to bring up stuff, huh?
Yes.
Okay, then. Well, I shall announce this here because I can't think of anywhere else to announce it. And Ray will back me up on this. Ray, back me up in the comments on this.
Best.
Right. And that is, like, new info for Splatoon 2 has come out.
No. New info.
Yes. Like, we've actually got the new idol sensation that's going to be representing Splatoon 2.
Sweeping said nation.
Yeah. It's apparently a group known as Off the Hook.
Are they off the chain?
No, they're Off the Hook.
Oh, okay.
Like, they even have, like, a little slogan associated with it, too. Like, something along the lines of, don't let yourself get cooked, so be sure to stay off the hook. Which, that kind of brings some questions to mind, doesn't it?
No.
How does it not bring questions to mind?
What questions could you possibly mean, Atou?
How can fishing be a thing if all the marine life has been turned into, like, humanoids that walk around and have citizenal rights?
What the hell do you think they eat?
Vegetables, plants, maybe meat. of some sort of land animals that are not as sentient as they are.
You remind me of that question, man. You remind me of that question. It's like, yo, Aquaman, how do you feel about us eating your fish friends? Like, what the hell do you think I eat down there?
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, we haven't seen anything in the way of natural aquatic creatures.
Aren't there fish? Like, actual... I mean, we haven't seen fish people, have we?
Well, yes, it depends on what you count as fish people.
Oh, well, okay. I was thinking about Mo. He's a fish.
Oh, yeah, but like, he's totally sentient, the bastard.
Yeah.
You don't remember all that dissing that Mo threw our fresh ways?
He was scared we'd take his girl, man.
And, you know, to take his girl.
Exactly, and that's why he was the way he was. He knew your intentions. You can be bitter all you want, but that doesn't mean he's gonna let you have her. I know if you were in his position, you wouldn't. You wouldn't let anyone else. You'd probably be dissing people too, or just secretly plotting their downfall, something like that.
I don't know, if I was in a relationship with the person, then perhaps, but, you know, that Mo never struck me that way when it came to Annie.
Maybe they're brother and sister.
Even then, I see that a lot on TV, but I can't say I've ever been that way with any of my siblings. To where if anyone tried like putting the moves on them or anything like that, like I'd get all like antsy, maybe uppity about it or something like that.
Oh, well, damn! I wish I had known that earlier.
What?
I was just kidding.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that joke flew right over me. But anyways, yeah, when it comes to Splatoon, like I can't recall a moment. Maybe someone can prove me wrong. But I'm saying that here, you totally see fish in an aquarium or something like that.
Yeah, I thought.
But from everything that I can recall, like the Inklings, the Octolings, the Gelonzos, because I can't remember what they are. Like the crustaceans, like with Krusty Sean.
Delicious.
Whatever the hell Captain is. Is he an Inkling?
Captain Cuttlefish.
He's a cuttlefish?
Yeah.
So he's technically not a squid?
I guess.
Yep, and like, and then there's the urchins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They eat snails.
Yes.
So maybe other people eat snails too.
Possibly. But, you know, we haven't seen the snails have any sentience. Maybe, for the most part.
They shake in fear.
Yeah, well, lobsters scream when you boil them, so...
That's a pain reaction. This is a fear reaction. Isn't they know what's happening?
I'd say it's a life reaction. You know, things know when they're in danger, usually, and they will react appropriately.
Like quaking in their little baby boots. Eat them in front of me, I want to see their pain!
You mean in their baby shells?
Huh? Baby shells?
Because, you know, the sea snails.
Yes, and the baby shells.
Right,
I shouldn't start using it. I used to hate the term babby a lot. Got so used so much, I just got over it.
See, yeah, I can understand it. I mean, there are some terms that I don't like. Of course, I'm not going to be dumb enough to utter those, because you know how the internet is. So, yeah, like when it came to, like, sea fish and stuff like that, any terms like, you know, like being, like, hooked for fishing and stuff like that just seems extremely odd, given the situation, and lack of certain other things.
True. Maybe they still remember the times.
That would be odd, since, like, it's supposedly been a very long time since then. Like, if I remember correctly, it's been over 4,000 years at least. I think. Like, remember how you could wait, did you ever play Splatoon 1?
Yeah, totally, dude.
Oh, okay, like, do you remember the Dead Sea Scrolls? And, like, how they talked about the past? Remember that thing that they showed of, like, a human skeleton?
Yeah.
Well, didn't they say that it was excavated and found to be over 4,000 years old?
You're right, and they said something. They're basically like, what was this weird thing?
Right, so that more or less gives us a point that at the very least, Splatoon, the series, takes place 4,000 years after the fall of man. Right. So, like, the idea that someone from back then could still remember would seem odd. Then again, it could be possible, given that there are certain jellyfish that are immortal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they probably could write that in somehow, that the jellyfish remember.
We remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
But, anyways, the stuff I was saying, yes, Off the Hook, I believe, that's their group name, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the new idol group, like, Off the Hook, like, I'm liking their designs and stuff like that. You know, we had our group from the first one, which is like these pop idols, and now we have the group from the second game, which is like our, what would you call them? I wouldn't call them pop idols, or maybe just idols. I was like, you know, what's the American equivalent to idols?
I'm not quite sure on that.
Like, I want to say stars, but that's more of like a movie thing.
I don't know, I could agree with stars.
Like, rock stars? Would that be what we would call them? Like, Callie and Marie are pop idols, while these two new girls are rock stars. Yes? No?
Yeah, I would say so.
Right. But anyways, like, the thing is that I apparently predicted their existence, like, a year prior.
I had heard that was possibly what happened.
Like, Ray had to remind me that I predicted their existence before it. Like, I was like, oh man, like, you know, the next Splatoon game, like, wouldn't it be neat if they had, like, a, you know, a rival idol group? And, like, when you know it, like, here's another idol group separate from the Squid Sisters.
Right.
And it's like, wouldn't it be neat if they were Octolings to, like, you know, have them raise up in the fame? Because everyone loves Octolings for the most part.
Yeah, for some reason they do.
Mm-hmm. And, like, I wanted you to know, one of the members, the black one named Marina, that's her name, right? Is it Marina or Marine?
It's Marina.
Okay, yeah. The black one named Marina is an Octoling, which I totally did not notice until Ray pointed it out to me.
Pretty crazy. It's the first thing I noticed.
Not for me. Like, the thing is, like, her design and the design of her partner, Pearl, like, they're so unique that, like, it didn't cross my mind that they wouldn't be Inklings. Pretty much like with Callie and Marie. Like, their designs are rather unique compared to normal Inklings, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So to have, like, these two girls with their unique designs, I just, you know, figured it was more power for the course of, like, how they look so different.
Oh, 3.
Yeah. But it wasn't until, like, Ray pointed out that, like, only the Octolings are the ones that have, like, their suckers, like, pointed on the outside of their hair. And, like, I think also the eyes were different, too. And it was like, oh, shoot, they're actually, like, she's an Octoling. And here I just thought that she was Wooly's OC. Because, like, her color scheme of having black with green highlights and stuff like that.
Yeah, jeez.
What?
Who let Wooly in the game? Why is she so sexy? Do you think Marina's also a liar who loves to steal pies?
I wouldn't mind if she was a liar. Because, like, from everything I've seen about her, she comes off very, very sweet. And so, like, if you were to have, like, a deceptive Octoling that was putting on, like, a sweet act or something, it was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But, you know, she is... Actually, here's also something funny that someone pointed out. I'm not sure if anyone else has noticed. So, have you noticed that she's a DJ?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't that strike you familiar? An Octoling?
No.
That's a DJ?
Yeah. Well, she's his daughter.
Oh, like how the Squid Sisters are the nieces of Captain Cuddlefist, that she's the niece of DJ Octavio?
Yeah. something like that.
Huh. That'd be interesting, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose that'd be interesting. Usually I don't particularly like it too much when like they introduce new characters, but they just have to give them like that direct link to other characters, because you got to make them feel like they're important or something.
Right.
And then I figure, they should be able to stand on their own 2 feet. But if there's a link there, and like they certainly don't, everyone leveled up yet, no new skills. Oh, but if there's a link there, but like they just don't harp on it or anything, it's just one of those, you kind of figured them out with the connections there, then good for you.
Right.
No, those I don't find too bad. But let's see what I was saying. So yeah, like I think Marina's pretty neat. She may be my favorite of the two.
She's mine.
Like, but there's a reason for that, and I'll get into that in a bit. And then we have the other, like, member of the group, Pearl. Who... Let's see, what'd I call her when I first saw her?
Angel?
Yeah, the Punk Angel. Like, I rather like her design, too. Especially with how it, like, contrasts with the other one's design. But it's just like, it's been a really long time since I've seen someone who dresses in like the punk style, and yet they still have like a light motif going on to them. Well, with like the white clothing and the pink highlights and stuff like that. Right. It's kind of like, what's the word? I believe oh, okay, now I remember. Like, the contrast reminds me of, the opposite for Gothic Lolita. That's still the same, but with, like, white and, like, bright clothing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with, what term that is?
White with black clothing?
No, like, okay, you know how Gothic Lolita wears, like, black clothing and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, there's... Huh? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Just, like, actually...
Oh, yeah, set up a turn.
Yeah, set up a turn. Like, the other opposite of that's while still the same is known as Sweet Lolita, because where Gothic Lolita focuses on black attire with spikes, like Sweet Lolita will focus on white attire with studs. Huh. Something that doesn't have as much as a hard edge to it. They're still considered of like the Gothic genre, so to speak of, but they're still like they're distinct things. And it's been a while since I've seen someone with Pearl's motif like that, the punk, but yet still going with a light side to it. Or I guess it would just be called sweet punk in this case.
Sweet Lolita? Sweet.
Nah, because like she's not Gothic really. She's more of the punk style. So, I would say it'd be called Sweet Punk. Excuse me. But, yeah. I haven't seen someone with that kind of motive for a long time now. And I believe, like, one of the best examples that you pointed out to me of where something like that was last seen was in Puffy Ami Yumi. Mm-hmm. Because, like, in that cartoon, one of the girls was a punk, but she, dressed in sort of like a light, happy punk style, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, which is how, like, Pearl comes off to me. But anyways, yeah, looking at, like, their designs, like, I really love the contrast that the two have going on. Like, one's short, one's tall, one's white, one's black. And, like, the one dresses in, like, a, what's the word? More edgy clothing, I guess is the best way to put it. With the punk outfit, while the other one dresses in like not so edgy clothing. Like she has leathers on, I believe, or some kind of plastic, but certainly doesn't seem as prickly, I guess is the best way to put it, as the other one. Yeah, and it's just like all that stuff that's going down between the two, like, yeah, all that good stuff, like the contrast, and yet the matching that they have going on because of how they complement each other. And also, like, I've been thinking a while on this, but like, I would like to give sort of like nicknames, because for some reason I blank on their names at times. Like here I'm nailing it right now, but like sometimes just like a blank on their names. It was like, oh geez, I wish I had something to call them. And after a while of thinking about it, especially like when I was thinking about like the Punk Angel, I was like, there's gotta be some better nicknames that like I could probably give them. And I thought about it, and I personally am rather proud of myself with the contrast yet compliment. Okay, yeah. So Pearl, I like to call the Punk Princess, mainly because she has that whole punk motif going on and all that kind of stuff. But she has that crown on her head.
Yeah, she does.
And with all that white and pink that she has going on her, it gives off the feeling of like a royal or a princess of sorts. But of course, she still has the punk trappings. So, the Punk Princess has been born. Like, really, like, when I look at her, I'm reminded of Devilot from...
I don't remember what she's from. Capcom.
Yeah.
Some sort of puzzly game?
No. She was like... Jeez, what was it called? I know it was an arcade game, or at least I remember it at an arcade game. Like, I played it a long time ago, like, at a movie theater. Really neat arcade game where you had, like, two big old joysticks that, like, you took control of. I think there was a chair, but there may have not have been. But, yeah, that's the point is, you had to, like, alternate the joysticks and, like, press them for control fire and stuff. But it was fun, and, like, everyone was on, like, these mechas that were customized, like, glorified anime tanks, really, is what they were.
My dad had one of those sort of things, like a armored core sort of thing. No, his was a mech warrior. Yeah, mech warrior. Had like a fancy joystick and everything.
Oh,
like, click on the left, you fire a primary weapon. Click on the right, fire like missiles and stuff.
Oh, okay. You mean that Xbox game?
No, it was for PC.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I mean, this is back in the day, like.
Oh, you can make custom controllers for like PC much easier. So yeah, I'm not surprised that you could have like some neat controllers like that set up.
It's pretty interesting.
Cyberbots? Is that the game that she was from? But anyways, you know who Devilot is, right?
Yeah.
Like, she cameos enough in other properties to where I would think she'd be recognizable. Right. Oh wow. Now I'm just kind of wondering if the reason I'm pinning them together is because, like, they're both hardcore girls that wear white and have the big foreheads.
The legendary six head.
Six head?
Six head.
What's that in reference to?
Forehead. But hers is no forehead. That's a six head. Our, Ray called it a five head. I heard someone comment on it calling it a six head.
Ah.
And I'm like, yes.
Okay. That I like. So anyways, whenever I say Punk Princess, I am referring to Pearl from the new Splatoon game.
Okay, sweet. Pearl point.
Okay. So then, from there, I was thinking, what about the other one? Like, what can I give her a name that's within the same motive? And after thinking about it for a few hours, like, I didn't think out about it straight for a few hours. It's just like every now and then I would just think about, have I thought of a name yet? Nope. Okay, going on. So just keep on going on and going on until, like, finally I was able to come up with what I feel is a rather good nickname with how it complements the other nickname. Yep. From now on, I shall refer to Marina as the Nice Knight.
I've heard another nickname for her.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to hear that. Maybe it'll put my Nice Knight to shame.
Choctopus.
Choctopus, huh?
I've not seen anything here but those assholes.
Okay, then. Because you still have, like, one more room to check, don't you?
I do.
Alright. Wait, is it really only one more room? Oh, okay, that's good. So, when I thought of Nice Night, I thought of it as in, like, well, night as in, like,
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, Moon.
Right. But, nice came from the fact that whenever I see her, she always seems so nice. Like, that's how it just comes off to me. Smiling, waving. Certainly doesn't come off aggressive at all, like the way that her partner does.
Right.
So, I figure, okay, so, one's a punk, while the other one is nice. And Night comes from the fact that, like, she wears black and has a predominantly, like, black color scheme. Black as the night, I guess is the best way to put it. But there's another thing for it. I felt that just from a sounding standpoint, it made a good, what's the word? A good compliment to their duo. One's the punk princess, while the other is the nice knight. Which means that one could interpret night, or instead of as in good night, it's as in like the Black Knight, or the knight of a castle or some sort. To where it's like, it's not called a double entendre, but it's like sort of like the, you know what I'm trying to say? That word that can be like
play on words, basically.
Yes, that's it. It's a play on words, which I really like. Plus, I know little to nothing about them at the moment right now, because haven't played all the game, and I've only seen like a YouTube video of like they're getting ready for Splatfest.
Right.
So a lot of their personalities is unknown to me. So who knows? Maybe it'll be revealed that Nice Knight is rather protective of her punk princess.
I've heard people speculate the exact opposite.
That punk princess is protective of Nice Knight?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
They had said something about the glare that she gives if you stare at them through the window.
Oh, right, because they also do that little Easter egg to where if you look at them long enough, because they're like out about in the hub world, just same like last time, behind some glass doing stuff.
Yeah, people are saying like Octolings might not be too accepted amongst the rest of society, and that Pro might be protective of her friend because of that. Like basically the glare's like, who's trying to diss my girl or something.
Okay. I see.
It could be that she's she reached out to Marina or somehow they met, they became friends, and so she's super protective of her.
Well, then I'd say that makes my titles work out even more.
Princess is protective of the night.
Yeah, like the punk princess. Why wouldn't the punk princess be all up and in your grill if you're dissing her nice night?
This is what happens if let me show you what happens when someone's dissing your flag girl. I never see it coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Splatoon 2. If I can ever get around to getting a Switch.
I know. Not only are they I've been holding off on it until I saw Super Mario Odyssey's coming closer than I thought it was. I'm like, I really want to play that. It's been a while since I played a full-on Mario game in 3D. It's Super Mario Galaxy 2, man.
Okay, I can see the appeal in that sort of sense. It's just that, for me, all they ever show off is that Mexican level, and that looks boring as hell. Like, when they show off the city level, the jungle level, and stuff like that, those look interesting. Those look like I'll have stuff to do. But boy, does the Mexican level look like all flat desert and just, uninteresting.
You haven't seen the city in the desert, then. I saw some gameplay in the desert stage.
I saw gameplay, and they were just going around the desert. There were some trees and a nearby lake, and they were just kind of doing stuff here and there, collecting items. It was like, man, this looks boring.
So you didn't see the city?
Yeah, they showed it off, but it was just 2 or 3 buildings, some inhabitants around. but it was just nothing. They were just basically props, maybe for you to jump on, and not even, they didn't seem all that good interactive props. Like, maybe you saw something that showed off the, the town in a more positive light, but not for me. And I'm thinking what they did to show off a town in a positive light, I'm thinking of like the city level that they showed off.
Yeah.
Like in the trailer, it's like, okay, that looks fun, jumping from skyscraper to like the skyscraper using your hat. Like a wall jumping between buildings and stuff. And it's like, okay, we're getting on it all up in here.
Man, you reminded me of that city jumping skyscraper. I saw this thing of these guys. They were playing it like live in front of the creator, I think. And they're like, oh, there's this star up on or this crescent moon up on a roof over here. We didn't know how to get to it. And like, so what we did is like, they went up to this really tall building and just like long jumped all the way off this building. And like landed and took like some damage, but landed on the roof and we're good. It's like, well, that's not exactly how I intended that to go down, but that's one way to do it, I suppose. And it's like, okay, like, and they like, and like basically they got told this is how we kind of intended you to do it. It's like swinging up like these wall jumping and swinging on these like poles and whatnot. But you just went up to this really tall building and like jumped down.
Yeah, that essentially sounds like a moment from when me and Ray were playing a Super Mario 64 2-player.
Yeah.
Like this one area that was kind of tough to get to, but we just went to a really high point in the mountain and just jumped it. Until we were able to like land on it. It totally wasn't the way you were supposed to do it. Like you were supposed to use a cannons, I believe. But with the way that game works, the camera don't work when you're using cannons. So that was pretty much a lost cause. But anyways, where was I going with my train of thought?
Marina and Pearl?
Right. Off the hook, like, heard their songs, like, I'm liking their music. Like, I never really thought I would have ever heard rap gibberish before, like, in my life.
See, I think it doesn't work with rap. Because rap is, like, half about, how can you rhyme and make the lyrics sound good together, basically.
Well... And
it's hard when it's gibberish.
Yeah, the easiest explanation I have for that is that because it's gibberish, you can put in your own words.
It's true, that's half the appeal, I suppose.
Yeah.
I've seen, like, people do their misheard lyrics and whatnot.
Well, I've seen people like put their idea of what the lyrics are in comments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like some of them are quite hilarious. Like I do not really think that Pearl is calling someone a bitch while she's rapping. Like I can see how it sounds like that, but then I can also see how it sounds like literally 3 different other words.
Right.
But yeah, it's like I think it like works well enough for their particular song. I don't see it working with other like songs too much, but like that'll be to be seen whenever the game's actually out, huh?
Right.
I like their one song Ebb and Flow pretty darn well. I really hope it's not one of those songs that only plays during Splatfest.
Yeah.
Like the one song that only plays during Splatfest and the last Splatoon.
Yeah. It's been a while since that last Splatfest.
Like, was the last Splatfest really like Marie versus Callie?
Yeah. You were in it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was in it, but like I kind of like dropped Splatoon,
right after.
like after that, and even then I hadn't participated all that much in Splatfest before that.
I just played literally 0 Splatfest. In fact, I think that it was one of the first times I played Splatoon in a while.
So that was like your first and last Splatfest?
Yeah, it was. Worth it.
Yep, worth it. Like, you went in there and, like, you fought and you represented.
I fought for my girl. It didn't work out, though.
Yeah. I'm still amazed that Marie won in, like, all 3 parts of the world. Like, you know about that, right?
I didn't know.
Yeah, the Splatfest in Japan, the Splatfest in Europe, and Splatfest for America. Marie won in all 3 of them.
Damn.
So, it just kind of makes me wonder, if Callie had won, like in all 3 parts, then would we be seeing a reverse of this situation we have now?
Hmm?
Like a Callie just like standing out there. I have no idea what she would wear at her off time. I don't know. Would she wear a kimono while just like holding an umbrella? I don't see Callie wearing a kimono while holding an umbrella.
Swimsuit.
Just standing.
Short shorts and a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say, but yeah, and then we would have like the mysterious image of who's this new enemy that's a silhouette of Marie with goggles.
Yeah, essentially.
It also makes me wonder, like, would we have something like that?
Okay, I'm good here. I'm getting out.
Really? You aren't gonna go to like the final door to open it up and see what this is all about?
No, I'm afraid there's a boss in there.
Ah. Okay, I understand that concern. So, are you just gonna head on back to Earth and save?
Yes.
Okay. To, Marie.
Marie, I'm scared. The moon's scary.
Okay, well, in that case, since you're going there to heal up and save, and I guess it is around that time, let me see if I have anything else to say on the subject of Splatoon 2, because I don't see it coming up again too much in the future.
Okay.
Until, like, I just start title dropping Punk Princess and Nice Night.
Until, of course, Splatoon 2 comes out. If we're still doing this by that point. Depends on how far we are.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't expecting this extra dungeon, but you were more or less able to get through it in 2 episodes. But, well, geez, I'm certainly blanking now it's like the final countdown. I guess the one thing to leave off on is that the reason I don't have a Switch now is because I was waiting for them to work out the kinks from first launch.
Right.
Which, like, that supposedly they have, with controllers not dropping anymore.
Oh.
So I'll be glad to get, like, a factory fixed version of the Switch when it comes out. So I have that to look forward to. And, that's... Oh, right! Something I didn't go into was why it is that, like, I don't like Punk Princess as much as I do Nice Night. But, given the situation, I guess I really just have to save that for the next episode.
Alright then, I'll try and remind you of it. See you later, everybody.